Hello everybody, my name is Jordan. This video is Rollin 4s. I've heard there's another variation somewhat close to it that might have been the Hindu. I learned this for the first time with this last band. There's a squat that they do at the end. I don't do that, and I don't do arm work with it. It's very simple. This is one of the first things I talk about when I'm teaching alignment and stance. Some people might say posture. I tend not to say posture because people, I think, hey, stand with good posture. People do all sorts of weird things with their chest and splayed ribs to get this puffy look, and so a lot of what I'll talk about was alignment and stance. And it's really about stacking up our skeletal structure first and getting something out of that. So the breakdown Rollin 4s. First thing we're going to do is roll our chin to our chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to pretend like we have a bar right underneath our rib cage, and we're going to take that. So we have a nice little upper back curve going. Then we're going to take 4 counts to roll our lower back down. Now your lower back isn't really all that flexible. We're going to try and still do that. And then the last 4, normally I say bum at this point, and all the students giggle. But we're actually going to take our pelvic girdle and release that, releasing the muscles all along the back, our calves, our hamstrings, and our glutes. We're going to come this way, and we'll just take and hang here. Now, I don't want any tension in your neck while you're doing this, okay? We're not looking down at the ground beneath or below us. You're going to release the neck, just let it flop there. You'll actually be looking behind you. If I were to spread my legs, I could look at the wall behind me, okay? So then we reverse the process when we start to stack our after some deep breathing. We'll reverse the process and stack our spine up, starting with our pelvis, tucking that in underneath, okay? Then rolling our upper back, taking our, our lower back, then our upper back, ending with our chin, and then at the end I actually add a releve, okay? And all that means is we're going to roll up onto our platforms, okay? And depending on how you stand, I teach my groups heels together, toes apart, but you can also very easily do this heels together, toes together. So we'll roll up into a releve up off our platforms. At this point, I talk about either having a string attached to the top of the head, lifting them up, or maybe a bar below the chin. Either way, what we're trying to do is keep this head as high as it is right now with ourselves up on our platform, and then slowly roll down with weight back into our heels, hopefully adding a couple, well, not really, a couple more inches high, adding some stretch here so that we're standing as tall as possible. Now when we say stretch on here, I really just want it to be the space between your hips and your ribs. What we don't want to get is splayed ribs, so we get that curve backwards, right? We get this kind of cobra back thing going on. We want space up and out, okay? We want to always be projecting up towards the box. So in context, it looks something like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, chin to chest, 2, 3, 4, upper back, 2, 4, lower back, 2, 3, 4, pelvis, 2, 3, 4. Once again, we're not looking below or beneath us, we're looking behind us. And we're really focusing on breathing. You're going to take a few breaths down here. Get everything relaxed. You should feel a real great stretch in your calves and your hamstrings while doing this. Arms are just loose, and we're hanging here. Taking deep breaths in, thinking about breathing into our lower back. And then we reverse the process. 5, 6, 7, 8, pelvis, 2, 3, 4, lower back, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, chin, 2, 3, 4, releve, 2, 3, 4. And then we go through the process of saying either having a string up here to help us stay this high, or bar. Sometimes, you know, it's easy for people to just put their hands underneath their chin, then pretend it's a bar, and slowly roll back down on the heels, slowly have that weight back into the heels. And all of a sudden we have chins in a nice area. And then I ask to see how many people feel the stretch in their stomach. And that's normally a sign that you really are lifted up as tall as possible, is you feel a real stretch in your abdominals. Once again, not pushing back, so we have cobra back like this, but so we're standing nice up and straight.